my son is in the car and he just, I stopped recording one of the segments and he goes, period. So I feel like that,
All my friends watch your TikToks.
I feel like that was some approval from him. So listen up. Okay, so what we know in the fitness world is that we don't treat women like little men in the gym because we need different types of training to get different results. So if we see our husband doing something in the gym, we need to be doing things differently. And that's the same thing in the nutrition world. We need to understand, especially in the carnivore space, that when we see men doing something like intermittent fasting or having one meal every day, that those strategies don't always work for women. And why? We have different hormones. We have different monthly and life cycles. Our bodies are extremely different and they have different energy needs. And so when we introduce fasting, we need to be doing so in a really smart way. I actually don't love fasting all that much. I do it every once in a while. In my early days of carnivore, I was fasting and only eating in a very short window. But I learned very quickly that I needed to be eating 3 meals a day in order to live my life and have my body feel optimal on carnivore. Now, when we decide to fast and we're not getting enough nutrition, what's going to happen is our body just starts to lose all of the it's gonna down regulate in order to survive. So if you're not giving your body proper nutrition, it's going to down regulate the making of the sex hormones, which is extremely important in our overall vitality. And so if you're going to fast, you need to earn the right to do so. So here's what I tell all my clients. First of all, you need to have a foundation. You have not earned the right to intermittent fast, to 24-hour, 48-hour, 72-hour fast unless you have given your body good nutrition for a good couple months. And it might be longer for certain individuals who have been dieting for a really long period of time. Your body needs to know that you're going to give it consistent nutrition. It needs to know that the energy is there and that it can rest in allowing us to do the other things that we're trying to push it to do, like losing fat. No matter how much fat you have on your body could be in survival mode because you have not been consistently giving it good nutrition. So you need to set a foundation first. Go carnivore, by all means, please do that. Get rid of carbohydrates, start to get your insulin under control, start to get your glucose numbers under control, but eat consistently so that, and I'm not saying every 2 hours, you still need to give yourself time to digest, and a good overnight fast is wonderful, like a 12 to 14 hour. But we need to have 3 meals a day and we need to give our bodies good nutrition for a period of time in order to earn fasting. Then when you start fasting, you need to not make it your entire personality. I see a lot of women in the carnivore space who have issues on carnivore, have started to reintroduce carbohydrates because they feel like they need it. But really, they were under eating fat and under eating total calories for too long, and their body stopped making sex hormones, or it down regulated thyroid. There are a lot of reasons why your body will not feel optimal on carnivore, and it likely has to do with under fueling and under getting too little energy. So don't make it your whole personality. Do it every once in a while. Every month in the start of my luteal phase, what I do is I fast for 24 hours to 48 hours. And I get a good cleanup of my cells. I kind of reset if I've started to have any cravings creep up every once in a while. And that's what I do. But I don't do it during my cycle. And I make sure it's at the right part of my month in order to optimize the results on fasting. Remember that we're micromanaging. We need to remember that if our life is stressful, if our life is demanding, if we are doing lots of heavy lifting, lots of working out, we need to fuel that. We need to give that energy, and we need to not make fasting the way that we get results. I see it all the time as a carnivore coach, and I see it in the carnivore community. When somebody wants to lose weight, what they do is they go on egg fat. I'm okay with an egg fast or a fat fast. That's very different than no nutrients at all. But we don't need to do, we just need to give our body optimal nutrition and eat consistently, and then maybe take out the things like heavy whipping cream or the dairy stuff, the recipes, the things that cause us to overeat. just go a little bit more clean carnivore. But we don't need to do fasts every time we want to try and lose weight. We need to remember that our life requires energy and it requires us giving it fuel. Mike,